Hi guys! Welcome to another episode on TeaTalk with Goodness Usman. Yes, as we all know that we have this talk show that we run on this page where we discuss anything to everything that has to do with what real estate, the Nigeria real estate market. And we upload every Sunday. Yes, every Sunday we upload new episodes. And of course, I know that this has remained quite interesting, and from the feedback we've been getting, and we promise that we'll keep doing this as long as we can. All right, so let's get into today's episode. But before I get into it, let's talk about our culture. For those who have been following us on this show, you already know how we roll. I mean, you have to get a glass of water, or you get a glass of wine, or you're getting a cup of tea like me, or you're getting a cup of coffee, whichever one suits you. It might just be drink, whatever it is that works for you. But the idea is for us to really dive into this conversation on this show. It is important that you are in a relaxed mode. And that's why it's important you have a drink with you, so that you just be sipping along the line and then listening and then enjoying the conversation while you do what? While you participate in the comments section. So hey, before we go ahead, shall we? Yeah. Okay, so let's get right into today's topic. By the way, let's quickly touch down on last episode's topic where we talked about real estate developers versus Omonile. I know that we said on the show that we're going to have a part two, maybe a part three, but I'm so sure of the part two right now. We're going to get into the part two. Don't worry, I'm still gathering the response, the comments. When I have enough, then we will talk about. We'll treat the part two in another episode. But for today, we're moving on to another thing that is very important as well. So, hey, like I said in the beginning of the video, it is usually better that you watch this episode when you're in a relaxed mood, or maybe when you're not very busy, so that you don't miss out any of the conversation. The truth is, you have to watch the episode from the beginning to the end. It's usually better that way, because you don't know at what point you're going to pick or catch that very vital information that will be of great use, of great value, of great help to you as a real estate investor in the Nigerian real estate market. So hey, if you're watching this, do your friend, your family members, your co-worker, your contacts, do them a favor. Share this link with them. Let them also know what you're knowing. Let them learn what you're learning. Let them join this conversation. Remember, keep the comment section busy, but let's keep it as civil as possible. Thank you in advance. All right, so let's go to this topic matter, or this subject matter. Ekpe. Yes, 3-letter word. Ekpe. E-P-E. 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 Ekpe. When you hear Ekpe right now, what comes to your mind? What are those things that comes to your mind? Really? What are those things that comes to your mind? What do you think about Ekpe? What do you think is happening in Ekpe? Are you surprised at what is happening in Ekpe? Are you not surprised? Are you unaware of what is happening in Ekpe? Are you aware? Are you catching up? Are you really sure you're catching up? Really? Or this is probably your first time of hearing Ekpe and you're like, what's the big deal? Or maybe the last time you heard about Ekpe was 10 years ago. And what you knew about Ekpe 10 years ago, you're still thinking that it's what is obtainable right now. Or maybe yours is not up to 10 years, maybe it's 5 years ago. Do you think what you know about Ekpe 5 years ago is what is still obtainable right now in Ekpe? Well, let's go further. All right, so let's first of all talk about where Ekpe is located, right? Honestly, this conversation, I really want to have it two ways, not single way. So, meaning you have to keep the conversation going in the comment section. Now, I don't want to be a radio that is not busy. You guys got it. You know how it is on radio, because some non-Yoruba people. Okay, so this reminds me. Someone called me and said, "You are so proud to be a Yoruba woman." I'm like, what do you mean? How can I not be proud of being a Yoruba woman? Yes, proud, Yoruba proud. So yeah, rep your tribe in the comment section. Where are you from? Let me get to know you. I am a Yoruba woman from Kogi State. My tribe is Okun. We're called Okun people. So if you happen to be from my place, put it in the comment section. But it's okay, wherever you are. How about you rep it in the comment section? Be proud of who you are. Igbo, Yoruba, Efik, whatever tribe you are. Please be proud to represent it. And if you're a non-Nigeria, because I know that I have non-Nigerians following us on this channel, they've even done business with us. So rep it. You're from Ghana, Uganda, Sierra Leone, South Africa, UK, America, Zanzibar, wherever it is you are, you're beautiful and amazing. So just put it in the comment section, maybe with a flag of where you are from in your country. But if you want to come it down to town, just put it there. Ondo, I'm proud. Kogi, I'm proud. Kaduna, I'm proud. Imo, I'm proud. Enugu, I'm proud. Just wrap your stay. Let's see where you're from, and then let's link with ourselves now. Let's just have a shout out. All right, so that's just by the way. So yeah, let's talk about Ekpe. Ekpe is located in Lagos State, and it's located on the northern side of the lagoon, the Lekki Lagoon. I mean, even the way Ekpe itself is positioned on the map of Lagos State is beautiful. I mean, it is located on the northern part of the Lekki Lagoon. I've said before that a lot of people don't know that Ekpe is one beautiful place. I mean, it's just that, unfortunately, yeah, we are who we are in Nigeria in terms of our government. Just imagine this Ekpe town is somewhere in America, or imagine it's some other part of Africa, maybe Eastern Africa, or just imagine it's in America. Let's even use America for this case. Do you know what they would have turned Ekpe to? Ekpe, in a simple layman term, is surrounded by water. Just simple layman term. And that's why when you Google Ekpe, it will show you that it's situated on the northern part of the Lekki Lagoon. Lekki what? Lagoon. Lekki what? Lagoon. So Ekpe is majorly surrounded by what? By water. That naturally makes it a beautiful place. That naturally explains the atmosphere. When you just drive into Ekpe, there's a different feel, to be honest. Now, like I said before, if Ekpe was to be in somewhere in America, I am sure that they have turned it to the most visited tourist place all over the world. I mean, they would turn Ekpe into a place where everyone all over the world will be coming to see its beauty, its natural beauty. They will pay so much, will be making tons of money from Ekpe. Unfortunately, it's not the case. But anyway, let's talk about what the case is right now. I mean, it's okay if that's not the case, but there are some cases that are still beautiful right now that we should talk about. So, hey, I was asking earlier, what was your, when you hear Ekpe, what's your thinking? What comes to your mind? What's that word that comes to your mind? I mean, what do you think about Ekpe? Do you think that Ekpe is what you think it is 10 years ago? Do you think it is 20 years ago? No. See, let me tell you something. If you are looking at Ekpe the way you knew it 10 years ago, you need to really format that version of Ekpe that you have. Why? Because it's not even close to what it is right now. And trust me, what we are seeing right now to where it's going. So, hey, let me quickly say this. If you are a serial investor in this market, this Nigerian real estate market, and you're not enhancing the numerous secured and safe investments we have in Ekpe now, it's better you do it now to avoid story that touch. That's what I'm just going to say to you. Avoid story that touch. You have heard so much about how Ekpe is the new thing, is the next big thing, is the new Lagos, is the next smart Dubai, is the Dubai of Lagos, is the Dubai of Nigeria. So many accolades have been used to describe Ekpe. Now we have different versions of people. Some like, yeah, it's true. Some people are like, sure, Nimu, that will not happen. You guys are just joking. You guys are just overhyping it. What's with it said? What? Whichever your version is, let me tell you the clear truth for my points now. As a professional lady realtor and seasoned, that I live in Lagos and I go to Ekpe sometimes 3 times a day. There's no week I don't go to Ekpe. And I have been in this corridor for a while. So I'll tell you. I have been saying it for those who have been following me for a long time. They know I've been talking about this Ekpe. And now we're already seeing what is becoming of Ekpe. And I want to say we're yet to even see what is going to become of Ekpe. Now, what is that thing that's going to become of Ekpe? Ekpe is going to really become that city that will be envied by every other part of Lagos, whether you and I like it or not. At least for now. Until maybe something else happen in any other region. But for now, Ekpe is that destination for smart investors. It is no lie, no jokes, no caps, to be honest. This is it. Ekpe is it. Is that next big thing. Maybe you've been thinking that all of the words they've used to describe Ekpe is being exaggerated and all of that and all of that. No. I do not honestly think that a lot of them are being exaggerated. Yeah, I know couple of some that are exaggerated. I mean, if you're buying Ekpe at a future value, then that's a different conversation. Now, we're not even talking about value. I'm talking about the entire land space called Ekpe. I mean, Ekpe as a city, Ekpe as a destination for you, a smart investor, is what I'm talking about in this particular episode. And the truth is, why I am talking about it is I'm here to encourage you as a smart investor who is looking into harnessing the future. I mean, you have to harness, as a smart investor, you have to harness a fast-growing area. You want to position yourself there and then see how you maximize your profits in the future. The profit is already even happening in Ekpe as we speak. So it is only wise that we put our money to work for us in Ekpe. Now, I further want to dive into this land space. One of the things that is attractive to me, and why I will say that anyone who is investing right now, as much as you're investing in Ibadan, you're investing in other parts of Lagos, you should try as much as you can to own as many plots as possible in Ekpe. Whether you're doing the cheaper ones that are still a bit safe, or you're doing the titled ones, whichever one, just keep putting your resources into this destination as much as you can. Now, if you look at what government is doing in the last 1 year plus in that region, it just further explains that there's something big coming there. If the government of the state is interested in that location, then you should as well, because they're putting all of their resources in that location, and then they're fast tracking the infrastructures. They're putting everything to make sure that infrastructure is there. The major infrastructure, the key infrastructure that we need to drive all of the further infrastructure that will be coming, development that will be coming into the area, then why would you not want to invest in Ekpe? When you see that the government of the state is already putting their resources there, that's one of the major reasons I think you should invest in that place. Now, I touch on the location. I mean, it is naturally well positioned, and then of course, because of its assets as well. I mean, you can connect. Ekpe is part of Lagos State, but you can connect Ekpe to other states. It's like it has a border with Ogun State, right? And then again, let's talk about Ogun State government. Ogun State government also saw what Lagos State government is doing. I'm not sure about that, but Lagos State government did their part and left the part of Ogun State. Ogun State said, you know what? We're not going to leave this. We're also going to be part of whatever it is that is coming in this region. So we're going to do our part. They did their part as well. Okay, so the last time I was in Ibadan, I took Ekpe region. If I'm going outside Lagos now, because I live around Naija, definitely I don't have anything a lot of the time to do with Bega, except if I have to do something in Bega or I have to do something in the mainland that has to now lead me outside Lagos. But majority of the time I go through Ekpe. I tell you what, the drive from Ikota here to Ijebu Ode is a smooth drive. I mean, I can literally count how many potholes I saw on that road. And I'm like, this is fantastic. Now, let's go further down, even to Ibadan. Because I took Ijebu Ode to Ibadan. You can take Shagam interchange route, or you can also take Ijebu Ode. I took the Ijebu Ode route because I didn't know the Shagam. I missed the Shagam, the point at which I have to turn. So what am I saying? It was a smooth drive, really. What's it called? The potholes were so much. So what kept coming to my head while I was driving all the way to Ibadan and even coming back from Ibadan to Ekpe, I was just saying it that whether we like it or not, businesses will be done massively in Ekpe. Because I can live in Ibadan and go and do business in Ekpe. I can live in Ijebu Ode and do business in Ekpe. Every of the other part of Ijebu, I can come and do business in Ekpe. I stay in VI, I come and do business in Ekpe. I stay in Ikeja, I'll come and do business in Ekpe. Because why? Easy road access. Doing businesses interstate, Ogun State or your state, even all the way down to the east, has just been made easy. The interconnectivity, the good road network is just all we need. Now let's talk about electricity in Ekpe. Do you guys also know that from my research of people that live in Ekpe right now, they have stable power supply in Ekpe better than even most places in Lagos? Okay, so you say, yeah, we understand it's a rural area and all of them. Yes! So already, people are already even doing business within Ekpe. If you ask me, goodness, can you live in Ekpe right now? I can live in Ekpe because, there's light. The roads around town, within the town, is fantastic. This is no jokes. This is me telling you guys it's just that unfortunately I cannot drive around the whole town and show you guys the good road network. But take it from me, when I tell you, I've shown you guys a bit of it, that the road network in Ekpe within the town is fantastic and solid. Even if you see some streets that you can barely count how many houses that are or how many people that are living there, they still have a good road network. So whether you and I like it or not, these primarily factors are things we should consider into investing when we are investing. Because when you now invest in a place like that, you are sure that when it comes to development, when it comes to place growing, when it comes to earning high return on your investment, that location has given you that already. It's going to give you, and it will keep growing. Now let's discuss why all of the attention is so much in Ekpe. I remember last year, I was saying it, early last year, when we were talking about the road rehabilitation from Eleko to Ekpe, I said it in my video, that you should watch what's going to happen to Ekpe. And I started advising since then that if you can, as much as you can, keep investing in Ekpe. Some people heard of this, some people say, it's too far. Nothing is happening there. Why would I buy Ekpe? Ekpe. In fact, most people will drag the name Ekpe and be like, really? See, as a real estate investor, a smart one, you know that you should go to a place where development is going. Especially when you see government pointing their finger somewhere. When the road rehabilitation started, everything changed. I said it then, my first few videos, I kept saying it. Now very soon, you will start seeing real estate companies springing up on these roads. Didn't it happen? Do you know how many we have now? Do you know how many more will be coming? Do you even see? Let's even leave real estate companies. Let's talk about Lagos state government more. Apart from them providing infrastructure, do you guys know under G what Lagos state government is even doing and how they are driving Ekpe right now? Because I see a lot of you raising your eyebrows because you're feeling like Ekpe is becoming too expensive. Now, why should you buy Ekpe at 20 million naira? Why should you buy Ekpe at 1.5 million naira? So maybe are even selling untitled land already 4 million naira in Ekpe. You want to buy a commercial plot in an untitled land estate. They're telling you 3 million naira for commercial plot. Meanwhile, the residential plot is probably around 950 or 1 million naira or 1.5 million naira. And you're wondering, why will Ekpe sell 3 million naira for residential plot? Before you know what it's you, you'll be buying Ekpe commercial plot higher than that. Are we not even already saying that commercial plot in Ekpe is 25 million naira? In Lagoon front is 25 million naira. Now into no city, he's selling at what? 65 million naira. I know some of you are saying that's ridiculous. That does not make sense. Well, we can, on a later conversation, we can dissect all of that. But what I'm saying to you guys is, you should open your eyes right now, put your ears on the ground, do your analysis, and get involved. Put your money to work for you now as much as you can. don't join some people and say and be complaining, be lamenting, be whining. That's the right word. I'm sorry. Stop whining. Don't join some people and be whining and don't do anything. It's okay to whine, but then when you get your analysis and your facts right, and then you now start putting your money into where you think is the best place or best options for you. Not that you should now whine and say, and at the end of the day, by the time you know what it's you, it is too late. Just like what is happening right now in Nigeria. We were clamoring of people. So many people saw Gombo Road. That is now the hot cake. They saw Gombo Road at 3 million naira barely 10 years ago. What am I even talking about? 8 years ago, 7 years ago. 5 million naira. C of O, very people C of O. In fact, I remember the orange bike. We sold orange bike from 7 million naira. In this same Gombo Road. There is now what? A plot now. An orange bike is around 7. You said 1 to 7 years. About 5 years ago, thereabout. 5, 6 years ago. We sold orange bike for 7 million, 7.5. 6 years ago. And now that orange vow, that yes, the estate has been abandoned, but you know that the worth of the property, even though the estate is abandoned, the property is here abandoned. The worth of the land is it the same thing. So 6 years down the line, a plot of land that you people bought at 7 million naira 6 years ago is now worth what? 50 million naira, or let's say 40 million naira. Whichever way you look at it, it's still not cheap, right? Exactly. So somebody who lives in UK, US, that bought that land and has even maybe, they just kept it there. By the time they wake up and say, oh, come, that's my land, let me come and sell it. Guy, can you guys see it? Oh, sorry if I sounded very ordinary, the word guy. But you guys get what I'm saying. Without lifting a finger, that is now 50 million naira. People bought Meridian 2 years ago, 14.5. Now it's 50 million naira. Now you are going to say, I see some people say, is that really worth 50 million naira? I've told you guys before on the show, and I'll say it again. One of the things that drives the price of a property is scarcity. When good lands, genuine lands are beginning to, just like what happened in Lekki, you rarely can see me talk about lands in Lekki like that, because that area, that zone is danger zone. Like danger alert is just screaming everywhere. And for you to really, really get a very favorable title now in Lekki, there are scars. So when you get the ones that you will get that are genuine, it's expensive. Why? Demand, supply. Demand, supply. Demand and supply is beginning to happen to Ekpe now. Yes, Benike. Demand and supply is beginning to happen. Now, before we go to demand and supply that is happening in Ekpe, let me go back to what I was talking about in Lagos State government. Do you guys see how Lagos State government got involved? And do you guys even know that Lagos State government is part of the problem we have? I'm sorry. But then, they are also part of the people. Government are part of the people that drive the sales. They are also part of the people that drive the prices. You guys will go and start calling, abusing realtors, abusing real estate developers. A lot of the time, it has nothing to do with realtors. We have nothing to do with it. And majority of these real estate developers, some of them are greedy. I know that one. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's truth. But largely, it is not their fault. When they buy a government allocated land, do you know how much government sold the allocated land for them? Actually, this for current dispensation. They are part of the people that drove what? The sales in Ekpe. So they came in with infrastructures. They know that they are developing Ekpe. So the prices they are selling their own allocated land is way higher than regular, like than the way it used to be. So you see, can you guys just connect these dots? For a safe zone and a safe space, I'm not going to say so much, so that you only compare you job. I don't compare, but you guys get it. And that's why you see in Ekpe right now, there's a lot of government allocated now. In fact, more government allocated lands are going to be springing up more inside Ekpe town. You guys should watch out. Quote me. And that's what I'm saying. When you're buying an untitled land in Ekpe right now, as much as I'm advising you to invest in Ekpe, be careful. Be careful. Freehold. Is it freehold? Number one. Apart from freehold, what is the integrity of the owner of the company? Are they here for a short time or they are here for a long term? Now you might say, "Oh goodness, but I'm just trusting what's on the internet. How do I know?" Hey, I'm not using it to market myself, but it's better you work with a reputable real estate consultant. Work with a realtor like me that is in this business for a long haul. How you will devise a realtor that is in this business for a long haul is up to you, but you will know by what you can see. For some of us, this is for a lifetime. God willing, God keeping us alive, no sickness, no short death. You will see me in 2020 still talking to you guys. 2030, 2040, we are still here. I might venture into something else, but you see this real estate, we'll do it together. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I know that some people entered into, some realtors will just dabble into it, but later they get their feet and they know what they are. When you hold a conversation with someone, you should be able to understand this person. Okay, this person is here for a long haul. It's usually better when you deal with a realtor that is in the business for a long haul. Now, what happens with that kind of a realtor is that kind of a realtor, see, if I tell you that there won't be errors, there won't be issues, I'm lying to you. Because one of the major factors that controls the entire real estate market is government. I've always said it and I'll say it again. It is the government. So how can I stand here or sit here and say, "Oh, everything's just gonna be..." Oh, why? Nah. Because government policies is what you and I do not have control over. And that's why I keep saying, buy a title, land in Lekki. Because government has demolished houses. All of this Idera scheme. This Idera scheme was not demolished. It was demolished. It was a scheme. People didn't know. They bought it. No title. They built their houses there. They were whining and whining when the government came. Government came and did what? Demolished everywhere. So be careful when you're buying in Ekpe. In fact, there are even some government allocation right now that you have to be sure is actually the government allocation. We already know some companies that when it comes to buying property now, they don't even do Omonile anymore. They just do government allocation. The ones that are doing Omonile, it's okay. But you see why I say you should check the intent. You should work with a seasoned realtor. A realtor that is in this for a long haul. Because when you are in this business for a long haul, you will be careful of what you are doing now that will not affect your future. Number one. Number two, because you are in it for a long haul, you're careful of what's going to happen to you in the future. You're also checking these developers. You're constantly on your feet, analyzing them, checking them out. Before you know it, when you know that this one will be like it's like this one is deviating, you know what to do. And then restrategize and then start to, because there are so many real estate developers now. When I see them hold this conversation, I mean, you guys call me sometimes, "Oh, XYZ property, that property, what's happening to it?" I'll tell you, I don't know anything about it. I do not trust the owner of the company. That's the first thing for me. The moment I cannot longer trust the owner of a company, then forget it. Because everything you do has to do with the owner, the person, the vision owner. If I start my own real estate development company today, my core values is what my company will stand on. So you can't take away my value away from the business. It's the same thing. So when I see the owner of the company and I just analyze, do my own small analysis, I don't trust, or I ask for the track record and I realize that their track record is not so good. Excuse me. Now, track record good, what I mean is, what has this person done before? What's the background of this person? Sometimes some people don't have good background. Maybe they never worked, they just finished from university, graduated, and then they just venture into business. I can't really judge that person because the person didn't work from somewhere. Though really, I really prefer people who had probably worked in a bank or worked in an oil and gas. You know, people who have actually had the experience of doing something before. But then there are people who just venture into business straight from school and then they failed in several businesses and at some point they got it right. I get that part as well. But what I'm saying is, you won't be able to have all your facts right all the time. But together with your realtor, you can do what? You can together, have these facts and then choose your easy poison. Like I normally say it. Because nothing is 100% in this business. But at least we can be sure that you're investing right and safe. Please don't miss. I hope I will not be taking in another contest this statement. But like I said, Ekpe is the next destination. It's already the destination for investors. There are so many foreign investors in the location that you guys don't have no idea of. There are so many investments ongoing right there. Governments, foreigners investing massively in Ekpe already that you guys have no idea to be coming up. I mean, I've analyzed this Alaro City project, and I've said if you look at what they are doing, plus what the government is doing, and so many other things happening in Lekki, put it together, you will know that for you, this is the right time you should invest in a location like that. I get those people who always say, no, if it's not a place like Lekki, a place like Ikoyi, a place like VI that is already developed, I have no business with it. It's okay if you want to wait for Ekpe to become the Ikoyi, then before you invest. Well, you have your money and you can invest at that time. It's good. But me, I'm saying it to you who wants to really, really cash out in the future. This is the best time you should be buying Ekpe. So whatever you are having in your mind, if you're having doubts, just ask questions. Clear your doubts. Don't let those doubts you have stop you from investing. Just ask the right questions. Okay, so what's this one? What's that one? Why this? Why that one? Just get clarification. And by the time you have all of your answers, then you should take action and invest. The prices of property in Ekpe is rising. And a lot of people are already reacting to it. Trust me, you see that your reactions, keep it first. You know why? Because you have not even seen price hike. Because like I said, one of the determining factors is government. Another one is Omonile. Now, do you also know that whilst government is selling their land, titled land by the way, of course it's a CEO land that they're selling this XYZ amount, and then these companies have to sell it XYZ amount. It's not what they are buying that they will sell. Okay, we know that government is the one driving that. So what happens to Omonile? Omonile too is making their own investigation. Do you guys know that Omonile will go and find out what's happening around before they sell their property? Right now, Omonile is even in Ekpe. These families are beginning to hoard their lands. Quote me anywhere. I have had this conversation with almost all the developers that I know in Ekpe that are doing Omonile, that I work with. This is what you hear them say. Hey, madam, you don't know what's happening to us. This is happening almost everywhere, right? In this region, Ibeju, Lekki, Ekpe, Aziz. They are no longer the families of before that will just sell their land at one chechere amount and just sell it, and that's it. They are wiser. They now have kids. They now have children who are more exposed. They are not the illiterate you think they are really, really are. They have now grown-up kids who have gone to school, who are seeing what's on there on the internet as well. So they too, they're doing what? They are holding their land. God are the days where one family will decide to sell hectares of land to one person. They don't do that anymore. They will share it. They can sell maybe 10 acres for you and hold it. Wait for the next bidder. Increase the money. So it is not even these real estate developers that are the major primary problem. They're probably the secondary problem. The major reason of all of what is happening right now is the family owners and the government. The family owners are not blind. They are seeing a lot of truck flying their town. They are seeing the development happening. They are seeing government moving. Government is doing. They are seeing everything. And you think they also do not want to cash out? Because they are selling their future to you guys. So you think what will happen to them in the future? Exactly. And you see some of them have sold at a cheaper rate 5 years ago, 3 years ago. They are coming back for those developers who come and ask for more money, or else they are going to cause problem for them. So you just say, what's the reason? Somebody is changing their property, 900,000. He's now selling at 1.5. The person will not come back and tell you. But if you investigate some of them, not the greedy ones, the genuine ones, you will see that the Omonile has come to cause problem. And say, if you do not give us more money, we're going to stop people from coming to that land, or you will no longer have access. And trust me, they'll say it to that person. So he has to go and cough out more money. Where will he cough out more money from? He has sold it earlier at 900,000. These things are endless. These stories are plenty. But you don't have privilege to know some of these inner conversations. Some of us just, engage with these developers. And when you hear what they go through with these families, sometimes I wonder, why would anybody buy land for Omonile? If I'm to do a real estate business, I'll just face the government. But again, the government also have their own. It's not what government. Let's just stop it at that. Anyway, bottom line is, If you are looking at Ekpe as a destination of investment, this is the best time. You should be investing as much as you can. When I say as much as you can, if you are the type that want to buy, that wants to risk into buying the untitled land, all those ones were still selling at 950,000, 1 million naira, buy as many as you can. I know some people have bought 10. I know people who had bought, one individual bought 30 plots, 50 plots, scattered around. It's you see, when such a person will start cashing out in that location there, it will be like what's happening in Nigeria right now, even in Lekki. When such people start cashing out, I also advise, as much as you can, also deal with the ones with title. Don't buy the ones, all of them without title. Buy the ones with title as well. That's why I say, if you cannot afford 20 million of Lagoon front on outright, buy on instrumental. Remember that same Lagoon front, so people bought a 5 million naira per plot. Now, another one is coming. Another one is coming. Fairmont Garden. Yes, that reminds me. Fairmont Garden is coming. You guys should stay tuned. Let me give you guys an expo of where the land is. You already know that it's in Ayotoro scheme. Now, Ayotoro scheme is where we have Intino residential. It's just at the back of Intino residential. That same Ayotoro scheme is where Amen Estate 3 was. Where Amen Estate 3 is, right? You see that road inside. Something massive is already happening inside that Ayotoro scheme. Leave whatever you are seeing in Intino residential that is outside. Don't worry. More will be coming. So you guys just get ready. Be getting your money ready to be saying, this Ekpe, we are here and we will invest well. That's what I'm saying. Get ready for that Ayotoro scheme. A lot is coming. Many more companies has bought. You see that Ayotoro scheme is so large. The scheme is big. I think it's almost bigger than what they have in the scheme. More schemes are coming up in Ekpe. Get ready. The one you can invest now, invest. Like I said, Fairmont scheme is going to be coming, introduced into the market October 1st. On pre-launch sales. What has happened in Lagoon front is going to happen in Fairmont scheme. I'm so excited. So get your money ready to come and buy on pre-launch. And trust me, you know these guys, payment plan, they make it easy for you to buy as many as possible. Those that bought, I know someone that bought 10 plots in Lagoon front at 5 million. Hey, 5 million naira, that's 50 million naira. He did installment plan. He's done with his installment plan now. How much is per plot? 20 million. Oh, yeah, help me times it as 10. It's what? Let me sound 200 million naira in 1 year. He didn't want to payment plan. 150 million to 2. Oh my God. See, real estate is the gold mine. There's no how you want to talk about it. And this gold mine is more in places that are fast growing like this, developing places like this. So I'm saying this to you, that get ready. If City View, we just told you that it will be increased a bit. 15th of September, they will increase to 1.5 million naira. Somebody close to them is already selling at 2.5 million naira. Yeah, it doesn't have title, but what I'm saying is, invest as much as you can. That's all I would say to you guys. Ekpe is that destination. You should invest as much as you can. If you don't want to buy Lagoon for 20 million naira, take that your 20 or 10 million naira and go and buy the ones that are entitled. If you can, buy it and buy it on instrumental. All right, thank you so much, guys. Like I said, I've used an opportunity to tell you guys about Fairmont Garden that is coming. So get ready. City View, the price will be increased upward. There's quite a number. Perfection Estates there. I've not shown you guys the video. They're selling their own at 1 million naira per plot. Around that Ebola as well. I mean, Ebola is very, very. We have a prime view. Well, it's quite a number of investments in Ekpe. Quite a number of investments in Ekpe that you can invest in and you can go to sleep. I mean, these are future investments. These are for land banking majorly. And I tell you what, in 5 years' time, when we talk about these things, you will be glad that you invested in this place called Ekpe. Thank you so much for watching this episode today. Don't forget that it's important you have this conversation back with me by commenting in the comment section. I'll know that okay, you have. Let me have your opinion in the comment section. What do you think about Ekpe? Have you invested in Ekpe? Are you loving what's happening in Ekpe? Do you think it's overhyped? Maybe you still think it's overhyped. Give me your point. Let's all look at it. But the most important thing you leave with here is that most important thing you should take away from this episode is that Ekpe is that destination. You should start investing as much as possible. I know some of you have invested. If you're watching this for the very first time, it is important you start investing in this location before you start having, I don't know, I mean, to avoid story that. Thank you so much once again. My name remains Goodness Usman. Of course, I'm your family realtor for Nigeria Realty 24/7. I'm your host on this show, and the name of the show is TeaTalk with Goodness Usman. I'll see you guys on the next episode next Sunday. Make it a date with me. Please, before that, ensure you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. So I say to you guys, what?